Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. It's me, John, and I hope we get through this episode pretty quick because I have 15 legendary core crystals, 3 char-grilled grumbirds, 2 crispy blend shakes, and 3 clicky clicks waiting for me. Once we're through.
Wait, what? What?
Clicky clicks?
You heard me.
What are the clicky clicks for? What is any of that?
I legitimately have zero idea. I just know that I got a code for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that will give me items
give you clicky clicks.
Because I'm gonna get 3 clicky clicks.
And grumbolds?
Look, yeah, I'm gonna get some grumbles. Ooh.
You sound like a rich
Pokemon?
man.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm swimming in it right now. Folks, a lot of things have gone down, so we have 2 intrepid podcasters joining me on this excursion into this week in video games. Solon, you're here.
It's the cutest boy on the radio, Solon's here. How's it going?
You're back from PAX.
It's been a long time coming. I spent the last 2 weekends in a row, first weekend at PAX, and the last weekend at XOXO in Portland, and it was just an incredible couple of weeks.
So we'll expect to hear about that in a little bit. But Janie, you're also here.
Hello, I'm back from nowhere. School, I guess.
Yeah, as someone else who is also at school right now, pretty much all the time, I get it. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm ready to talk about all kinds of crazy shit with you.
Hello.
I think we should just get right into the meat of the issue here. We did this last time there was a direct, and I think we're just going to keep making this a tradition.
And there's a lot of meat in those Nintendo Directs.
Yes, there is. So, I'm gonna do what we usually do. I'm gonna run through everything, but let's try to keep a good pace, folks. All right?
Yeah, I'm ready for some wind sprints. My pacer test.
Lightning round.
All right. Yeah, let's keep it up. Okay, so there was a Nintendo Direct that was supposed to happen last week, but was delayed to this one. And it was still a good time. First thing they did was they came right out there and said, hey, we're making another Luigi's Mansion.
Hell
yes.
Maybe.
I don't know if hell is involved, but a little bit. Luigi's Mansion 3, that's just the title that they have for now. They'll probably come up with a little, name to go with it, because they didn't call Luigi's Mansion 2 Luigi's Mansion 2. They just said it was next year. The little trailer that they showed makes it seem like it's in a hotel. So, Hotel Luigi, finally, the sequel to Hotel Mario. If they call it Hotel Luigi, I will piss myself.
This brings up a lot of things, though, and this is just going to be a very short aside, I promise you, John. But is there a series of afterlives, like Bayonetta, based on Dante's Inferno? Is there a Purgatorio and the Heaven one in Paradiso in Luigi's Mansion? Where are all these boos coming from? They seem to have entropy to them that goes somewhere else after they go away.
I have a theory.
Okay.
There was a rumor that Bethesda talked to Nintendo about getting one of their characters in Smash. What if Nintendo said no, but we're going to put the Luigi in hell from Doom?
Doom guy helps Luigi.
Yeah, of course.
It's like a weird Mad Maxian buddy cop movie. They're unlikely friends, but they get the job done.
That'd kick ass, though. That rules.
I'd be really here for just the monster squad of Doom Guy, Simon and Richter, and Luigi. Just these 2 vampire hunters, a demon slayer with a gun called the Big Fucking Gun, and Luigi with a vacuum. I'm very here for that.
I don't like your methods, but you get results.
I think the funniest part of all this is that Luigi probably has the highest tech stuff.
He's well equipped.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it could be argued that maybe Doom Guy is a little, because, the BFG is super, super advanced.
Yeah, but he stole that.
But, Yeah. That's not his. EGAD gave that to Luigi of his own volition. And let's be real, Doom Guy just will use whatever the hell he can get his
Anything
hands on.
that's not pinned to the ground, like...
Exactly.
Boo, limb from limb.
Short of rocks themselves. He will use anything that's not taped down.
I'm just imagining, like... You know how boos like go transparent and cover their faces when you look at them? Mm-hmm. I'm just imagining Doom Guy like turning away from a boo, and right as it's about to touch him, he just grabs the boo and rips it from behind. Like it just like right over his head, just blood pouring over him.
I'm so worried that Doom Guy doesn't have... If you put Doom Guy into Smash, he won't have throws. He'll just have like those quick time
glory
murder kills.
Yeah.
Because once he gets his hands on you, it's like, okay, I'm done.
It's
this
over.
Guy. Anyway, that's a short aside. Really short aside.
No, I mean honestly, I'd be super down for Doom Guy. If we're being real, if Bethesda is gonna have a character in Smash, it's probably going to be the Dragonborn. Like, let's be honest.
Fair. So, with Luigi's Mansion 3, it's really weird that I have absolutely no opinions of this game. Like, remember when Luigi's Mansion came out the first time, and it was like this extremely novel idea that, like, Luigi's allowed to have his own game. This is subversive. This is very, like, queer of video games to have something like this.
Yeah.
It really was. Like, there's not a better way to put this. Like, it was a queering of the adventure scene of like non-violent House of Horrors kind of thing going on.
Okay.
And
I don't know if I'd put it that way. Maybe that's because I don't think I'm allowed to put it that way, but
well, follow me on this. Like just over the last 3 Luigi's Mansions that have come out, this newest one is just like...
Well, last two, because we've had two.
Is Dark Moon not
The first one is a really, really good game. I'm gonna just say real quick. First one's really great. That 3DS version looks like it's a perfectly fine port of it. They did confirm that there's going to be co-op. So if both players have the card, you could play through the whole game co-op. But if you only have one card, you do download play and fight the bosses together. So that's nice.
I'm just wondering if maybe franchising this game as hard as they have has left them unable to go towards other opportunities, like a Waluigi's Mansion. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Or anything else that would be creative. I'm like looking at Luigi's Mansion 3 and I'm just like, what are we doing, friends? We've tread this ground, and I don't know if there's much more to tread.
Yeah, because like Dark Moon was absolutely not as good as the first one. It really wasn't. I was super excited for Luigi's Mansion 2, and that game just did not turn out that great. It really turned away from what made the original as good and interesting as it was. There were no unique ghosts. They split you up into a bunch of smaller mansions instead of one big, interesting one.
And that's especially part of the funny, like, folly that is Luigi's Mansion, the first, is that it's such a modest and small-scale game that they explored all of their ideas then, and so the only place you can go from there is, what if there's more mansions?
Yeah. This time, what if it's a big-ass, like, super tall hotel that just goes on forever? It looks like Tartarus from Persona 3.
Maybe there's more. Maybe I would be happy to be wrong about this.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. For now, cautiously optimistic. Especially if it's on the Switch, that'll give them a little more wiggle room. I think I will be more excited if they show unique ghosts, like, from the original game, because that was something that made it so special, and made it, like, scary, was having you run into these ghosts that were humans, and had personalities, and you could talk to them and interact with them before you fought them.
Janie, do you have any Luigi's Mansions stories?
I have never played it, unfortunately. It was a little bit before my time.
Do you have any ghost stories then?
Any ghost stories in general?
Yeah.
No. I have a UFO story, but I don't have a ghost story.
That's even better.
I'm trying to think. We spent 10 minutes on Luigi's Mansion, y'all.
Oh, you're fine. No, look, don't look at the don't look at the clock that much. I'm sorry
Just
for
don't look into the camera,
the podcast camera.
no. Look, don't. I apologize for instilling the fear in y'all. Just let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I don't really have anything, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, and a quick one here. They are like remastering, I guess, updating Kirby's Epic Yarn for 3DS. It's called Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. They just added some mini games and a new mode where you get like attacked by a devil. That's basically it.
Looks cute.
You know, that's
it's
fine.
Kirby.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Kirby's Epic Yarn had a really nice acronym that they're kind of ruining here.
Key.
Now it's Key.
Yeah. They have started to put out Splatoon's 4.0 update. The first part is already out, where they added some new weapons, and they changed how Splatfests work, which I thought was really interesting. Before, Splatfests were, it was like popularity, wins, and then something else. I think it was just like, I don't remember exactly, but it was something really strange where like really, really often the most popular vote almost never won because it just was not weighed properly.
Because if you were on the minority team, your competition and play would be worth more, and it didn't balance out correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least in a way that made things interesting. It kind of kept everything stayed similar.
Yes. So they changed this. They've introduced a pro level of play and a casual level of play, where you pick which one you go into. There's different bonuses based on what sector you go into. There's a lot of details that I'm not going to go into that much, but now it's just popularity, points from pros, points from casual players, and that's what it'll be.
They've been working with
Nate
Silver to make the perfect algorithm
Oh my god.
Splatoon 2.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to figure out the perfect way to balance mayonnaise versus ketchup.
I'm Googling
We
this
got-
person. Okay.
the highest known people in baseball economics. What's the freaking word for baseball economics?
It was the movie. It was the movie with
Yeah, there was a whole movie about
the guy. No, I want to say Seth Rogen so badly, but it's not Seth Rogen at all.
Don't worry, I've got this. I typed in the baseball numbers movie, and it didn't help at all. But
Matt Damon. Did it have Matt Damon? It definitely had Matt Damon, right?
All of
Moneyball?
Moneyball
was in Moneyball. Yeah, sabermetrics. That's the word.
There you go.
That's the baseball word.
Okay. And the next bit of Splatoon 2's version 4 update will be out in October. They'll add more weapons, and they will be releasing the last new stage to the game. They said that after that, the game will pretty much be done getting supported. They said that they might be adding a little bit of weaponry here and there, and they'll keep Splatfest going until next July, but after that, the game will be done.
So,
no more Splatoon.
I haven't played much Splatoon, and so I'm kind of imagining what does the end of development on Splatoon look like? Do you think they're going to have like a cataclysmic event at the end of everything?
If the first Splatoon is anything to go by, they'll just have a big Splatfest that's just the two squid or the two girls going on head to head. So it'll just be Marina versus Pearl, and that'll be the last Splatfest, and it'll just be one last big Splatfest, and that'll be it. That's what it was for Splatoon 1.
That's cute.
Do you think they'll represent ideas, like polar differences, like one represents life and the other represents death, and you can vote on which you identify with?
I mean, they already do that, but it's usually like mayonnaise or ketchup.
It's true, that is life and death.
Yeah.
Guys, I have bad news.
What?
What is it?
Moneyball starts Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. I didn't get either of them.
You kind of got them both, though, at the same time.
A little bit. Matt Damon and Seth Rogen. All right,
you're pretty right.
Bobby Kotick is in that game. CEO of Activision. He's in it for like 5 minutes for no reason.
Okay.
Wait, in Moneyball?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
No, that makes perfect sense. I'm telling you, these execs and their fucking number porn that is baseball, the sport, is... No, this makes sense.
Let's see here. We have a Capcom beat 'em up collection. It's coming out on the 18th, so probably like a day or two from now when you're listening to this.
Hey, that looked really cool. It was probably just the video, but like, it was really exciting seeing all these beat 'em ups that looked all similar, but also had various genres that they were pulling from.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize any of them, but I felt like I lived all of them before at some point.
So there are seven games. They are Final Fight, the original Final Fight, Captain Commando, Battle Circuit, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, Armored Warriors, and King of Dragons. I can personally recommend Final Fight, Captain Commando, Knights of the Round, and Armored Warriors.
Ooh, look at you, John.
That's already half of them that I can just say are good.
Yep.
But that's $20, and they all have online functionality.
Oh, weird. That's cool.
So that's coming out not just on Switch; it's also on PS4, Xbox, and Steam. That looks like a really good bundle. I would definitely recommend picking that up. Let's see here. We have the deluxe version of New Super Mario Bros. U. It's just called that, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It's going to have New Super Luigi U bundled in, and they are swapping out one of the playable characters. You don't play as Blue Toad anymore, you play as Toadette. And people are freaking out because there's a new power-up that's a crown, and if you put it on when you're playing as Toadette, she turns into Peachette.
Which is very strange.
She's a little peach. It's very strange. It's a small Princess Peach with Toadette's hair.
A small, more femme Peach, I guess? What?
Kinda?
Portable Peach.
It's very strange, but, you know, New Super Mario Bros. U isn't like a bad game, but I think it's kind of bad that they're asking $60 for this.
Price.
That's a bit much. But yeah, it's coming out January 11th if you are so inclined. You know, there you go.
I paid $2 for that game once, and I have not played it yet. That's my
Fair
review
enough.
of New Super Mario U. New Luigi U is the one I got.
Yeah, Luigi U, I feel like a lot of people consider Luigi U to be like a really good game because it's like it's like a super challenge mode thing. Like every level only has 100 seconds and it's all way harder than anything else. So it's just like Kaizo Mario, like official Kaizo Mario. Very interesting stuff there. There's going to be an HD remaster of Katamari Damacy.
Hell yeah.
That's on Switch and PC. It's called Katamari Damacy Reroll, and it just looks like it's that. It's a remaster of Katamari. The Switch version does have motion controls, and you can like hold the Joy-Cons like upwards, like grip them, and then move the Katamari by pushing and pulling forward and backward and side to side.
That's cute.
It's like you're putting your hands on the ball.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, just like
It's
that.
kind of like you're playing Mech Warrior while you're rolling up the entire world.
Yeah, I mean, it's more
That's
like
the one.
virtual on, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, you know, you have that option to play Katamari, and that's a really neat thing. It's coming out this winter, so not too long before you can play Katamari on our Switch and also on your computer.
I just realized Katamaris and mechs work on pretty much the exact same scales.
Yeah,
Like mechs are like
Kinda.
these really large things but they're also like small toys. And a Katamari usually plays in that same space of like, oh, we a small toy, and we're also giant, monstrous death machines.
We could have made them look like anything, but we made them look like giant balls of stuff, I guess. I lost it. I lost the bit. Let's keep moving.
We have information, I guess a little bit more information about the Nintendo Online functionalities. It's pretty much the same things that we knew already, but I'll go over that real quick.
Before you go over that, this is like the meat of the entire Nintendo Direct, and they really tried hard to hide it and couch it between cool shit. Like, we should be really paying attention hard to this,
Sucks.
because like, they did a really good job trying to make you forget they talked about it at all.
Yeah.
I loved how the whole time they were like trying to sell us on playing online as if we haven't been doing that for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we've got this cute little mascot that's going to save all your data for you called Lakitu. It's going to be fine. So go ahead, John.
So, yeah. Cloud saves are a thing. I will touch upon the weaknesses of that in a moment. But yeah, so it's $20 for a year, $35 if you are in a family plan, and you can have up to 8 people in a family plan. So you can divvy that up. Basically, you could have like $5 for each person in the family plan if you so choose. Yeah, they confirmed that NES library thing is actually going to be an expanding library, which is kind of neat to an extent.
So do you get to keep the games now, or is it still...
It's you keep them as long as you have your subscription, which, to be fair, is the same thing as PS Plus. And I think it is kind of like a Netflix thing where they just add more and more as you go. I don't think they're going to be really like subtracting any. At least I hope they don't, because that would be really rough. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's $20 and they keep adding more NES games. They announced 20 at launch. The first 10 are Soccer, Tennis, Donkey Kong, Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros, Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Dr. Mario, Zelda, and Mario 3. And they had 10 more that I forgot to write down because I didn't really care. But they're going to add 3 every month, which seems like a low number. I don't know. They did say that you have to connect to the internet once a week to keep the games to be able to play them. Yeah.
Oh, so you can play them without being connected to the internet, because that is different from PlayStation.
Well, no, like PlayStation, I mean, are you talking about PlayStation Now or PlayStation Plus?
PlayStation Plus. Any of the games that I play, if I'm not connected to the internet, it will not let me play them. Maybe this is just a me thing, but...
Usually it lets you as long as it's within the time frame that you still have PS Plus. Like, as long as it's able to be like, hey, a month hasn't passed. You know, like, you still have a month left in your PS Plus, you should be fine.
Maybe I need to talk to my Sony people.
No. Maybe.
I don't know who those are, but please tell me.
Connections. Okay.
Find some Sony people out there. I don't know. It seems like a really weird thing. It's 20, and the other thing is that cloud saves. Something that is nice about PlayStation Plus is that you can let your PS Plus lapse, and your cloud saves will still be out there. You just have to resubscribe. For Nintendo Online, as soon as your subscription lapse, your cloud saves vanish.
That can't be right, though.
It is right.
That's going to be awful for a lot of folks. Especially for Nintendo. That's going to be a huge headache for them.
Yep.
It's just save data. So it's like the smallest, tiniest thing.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, this still seems like a very hard sell. They're charging people for something that has been free for a year. They're not really giving enough incentive like PS Plus has. And they are being really, really weird about cloud saves. It is not a good look. It really isn't.
Kind of a weird question, but is there certain games that aren't on this service? Like, that you can play online without having a subscription to this?
So that is a good question. There are, I guess, a good amount of games that do not need to hop on this. I'm not sure if there's just some sort of opt-in policy with it or something like that. I'm guessing there is. I already know that, like, Fortnite has come out and said you don't need the Nintendo Online to play online for Fortnite.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I wonder if it's got something to do with, like, who's hosting the servers or something like that. I'm trying to think through, like, what the advantage for developers is that they're giving them to, like, opt into this, basically.
It might just be a Nintendo only thing, or maybe it's
like
some
first
kind
party
of thing where, like...
Yeah, the question is, like, what does
really strange.
The Rocket League developers, Psyonix, get out of being on this service as opposed to just opting out and being like, no, guys, we don't need this? like, don't they lose a lot on that as the game developers?
Yeah, because then people will be playing the game less, and they'll be buying like the microtransactions less.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. It's an incredibly strange thing, and another incredibly strange thing they announced. They talked about the NES games, the games that you will be getting every month, I guess. And to go with that, they announced that Nintendo will be putting out NES Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Like,
They look so goofy.
NES controllers that you can slide into the side of your Switch. They have the little like rail on the top that will slide into the Switch. And that seemed neat at first. But for one thing, they're $60.
Oof.
It's a pair of them, so it's $60 for two.
Okay.
And here's the biggest kicker. You can only order them if you are already an online subscriber.
Oh,
that's so strange.
So you have to pay, I mean, I guess you could pay like whatever, like $4 to sign up for a month and then order it. But I'm sure most people are going to be paying $20 because they just want a year, because it's $20. It's not that much. But then another $60 to get these NES controllers that... Like, you can buy third-party, like, 8-bit Do controllers for way less than that, and they'll be just as good. Like, they'll work on the Switch just fine. They can work on other consoles. Like, you can have them work on the PlayStation. You can have them work on PC. Like, it's not just the Switch.
because it's all Bluetooth.
So, yeah, so it's really a kind of a huge, like, they're just going to be riding on the Nintendo name, and, like... It's especially strange because when you look at, like, the NES Classic, at the very least, when you hear the NES Classic selling out, there is at least a collectible vibe to it. There is a, oh, I saw this at the store and I had to grab it. There are those options. This isn't available just at the store.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This isn't something that you could just get.
Janie, you want to go halvesies on some NES controls? No, we can't. Oh.
It seems so bizarre. Like, if for whatever reason, I'm not even really sure why you would want to buy these controllers to play NES games, because, like, there's not a lot of good NES games.
Hey, you want to play Ice Climber? It's really good. Yeah, it's like a quarter of a platforming game.
Yeah, there's especially not that many good two-player NES games. Like,
it's like just like blind nostalgia that they're cashing in on, and it's not great.
Okay, I've got an idea though. There's some bright sides to the NES Joy-Cons. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Someone's got some bright sides. All right, think about it this way: for $60, you're getting two Bluetooth controllers that are shaped like NES controllers that maybe have some of the guts of a normal Joy-Con in them. Maybe they vibrate. What if they vibrate? Would that be cool?
Where are you going with this, Solon? I'm very scared.
So, okay. If maybe that's not the bright side. What about maybe when you plug them in and it shows like, hey, you've plugged in an NES controller, like, you know how the Switch UI shows what controller you plugged in? That'd be cute, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying really hard here.
Mm-hmm. Was that it?
That's all I've got.
Dude. It is worth noting that, like, normal Joy-Cons right now are $70
They
for a
really
pair of
are
two.
Expensive.
It's just still
Very
wild.
expensive.
Why are controllers so expensive? I think my biggest gripe with it is it's the smallest thing, but like the Switch has like such nice clean lines on it. Like it just is a very good looking console. And when you put the fucking NES, these huge blocks that are like too tall and just
they're too
just
big.
Looks bad. They're too big for it. It's so strange.
Okay, what if you can have it attached to your Switch and then you can like play games in portrait mode? Like, and have it like it's a Game Boy
that'd be
SP.
cute.
I don't know.
There's already the flip grip that will be coming out that will probably be 100% more
And it's only
comfortable.
$15.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay. What if here's a bright side. Here's what this is. You gotta buy the NES Joy-Cons. Here's why. You can put them on your shelf. They look just like NES controllers, so everyone will think you're like really cool, nostalgic guy. You can leave them there for 10 to 15 years and then sell them for $350 because they're a collector's item because nobody else has them because no one else was able to buy them. And it's capitalism. Ta-da!
That is probably the only reason why anyone's going to be buying these things.
I did it. I make my commission tonight. Yes.
There you go. You figured it out. You figured out the secret. All right, let's keep going. There's not that much left to like major on the direct, so let's just blow through these. Game Freak has a new RPG in the works. It's not a Pokemon game, surprisingly. It is tentatively called Town.
To own.
Just Town. The entire game takes place in the village, in the one town. And it's about monsters invading the village and you and a bunch of the other villagers teaming up and using your abilities to fend off the beasties. It looks cute. I think it has a great art style. There's not too much else to really go off of yet, but I am pretty excited for Game Freak to make an RPG that's not a Pokemon game.
So is it like Animal Crossing StarCraft? Is that what's going on here?
Sorry?
Just thinking like you gotta like defend the point and there's aliens coming in from everywhere.
It seems more like it seems more like a standard turn-based RPG.
Okay.
But villagers can kind of hop out and give you like bonus abilities with their specialties in town. Like maybe the carpenter can give you a hammer or, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see.
The baker and the candlestick maker, they'll come out and watch Jumpin' Jack flash. Yeah. No,
they're on the tub and they're just wrecking shit. It's great.
Yeehaw!
Absolutely. So a bunch of Final Fantasy games are getting ported to Switch.
All of them!
And also Xbox One.
Every one of them. Except one.
No, yeah. I saw a pretty interesting tweet about why this might be happening right this second. Apparently, Sony bought a pretty large stake of Square Enix when Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within came out and bombed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they did.
So Final Fantasy games could come out on GBA and stuff like that, and like the occasional home console one, but nothing like mainline.
Right.
No Final Fantasy 13 could come on to the Nintendo consoles or Xbox. That much. Or at least it took a while for that to happen, because I think 13.
Once 13 came out, that was the only one that did, and that was kind of a special thing anyway.
But mostly Nintendo didn't get them until recently. Which, this direct, they showed them. And a big reason why it probably is because Sony did finally sell that share in 2014.
Oh!
And maybe this could have happened earlier, but the Wii U was the Wii U.
Of course. Oh, that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We kind of know that the only reason that Final Fantasy 13 came out on the Xbox and Sony's cool with that is because there's no Xboxes in Japan. So they're not going to put it on the Nintendo consoles because that actually does compete with PlayStations in Japan. So they just were like, hey, we'll give this to the Americans too, and they can have it on whatever weird consoles they make. That's fine.
Yeah, that X thing, whatever it's called.
Which also, unlike the Wii U, sold really well, and they knew that going in.
Exactly.
That's really interesting.
So the first one is, I think, out already on the Switch. It's Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, which is an up-resed version of the mobile version of Final Fantasy 15.
The up-res of the down-res?
Jesus.
Yeah.
They really they really are pushing Final Fantasy 15 every way they can. Play it!
On the Switch, it at least makes sense because, the Switch could not handle 15. It's a regular 15. Of course, 15.
Yeah.
I get that. They are also going to be bringing port of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Woo! The GameCube, that old GameCube game that people really like.
Yes, I'm satisfied.
A new version of World of Final Fantasy, which I've heard is a really good game.
World of Final Fantasy is really good. After 30 hours, I would not recommend it because those first 30 hours... are pretty rough.
Okay.
Just that's all.
A Chocobo Mystery Dungeon game. And then Final Fantasy 7, 9, 10, 10-2, and 12.
I feel like you skipped some numbers in there.
I sure did. I mean, well, one of them makes sense because Final Fantasy 11 is the basically defunct MMO.
They need to
But
figure out
for
some way to
some
capture
reason-
that nostalgia, though. Eventually. I really hope so. Anyway, someday.
For some reason, they're not putting Final Fantasy 8 out?
Yeah, God, people were very quick to throw in their opinions about Final Fantasy VIII.
Some people were really pissed, and some people were like, good. And I was just like, oh, God,
Yeah,
jeez.
What
hey,
did Final Fantasy VIII do to you?
right?
It's a lot. People are pissed.
Hey, this is for the Final Fantasy VIII fans, because I'm here for you, and don't worry, your nostalgia will be capitalized at a later date when they can get more money out of you. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
You don't need to be in the big bundle with everything else. Final Fantasy IX does need to. That's all I'm saying. I've drawn my line.
Okay. They announced 2 new bundles. One of them was announced a little earlier, but there's 2 new Switch bundles. One of them is for the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So there's like a yellow and white and a brown and white Joy-Cons, and then they have like Eevee and Pikachu on the back of the console. So it's all cute. It's pretty cute.
That
honestly.
was a cute look.
Yeah, like that game still doesn't look good, but that Switch looks really
There were
cute.
other Switches that they showed that did not look cute.
Yes, and then the next one they showed was the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate bundle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which looked like shit. I am thankful that it looks like shit because now I don't want it.
I've heard people criticizing the Switch for having just the worst, like the least amount of range in colors. Like you can either get garish, like pink and greens and reds and blues, like super high contrast colors, or matte gray.
I have the like matte gray Joy-Cons, and I think those look the nicest. Those are like the most chill, like, oh god, this isn't super loud. Like the Pikachu and Eevee ones look nice, but it's because they look nice on that Switch. If you took those Joy-Cons somewhere else and attached them to another Switch, it would look like shit.
Yeah. As a garish individual myself, I love the colors.
Like, there's a point where like loud and like vibrant colors just clash because the rest of the Switch is just so dark. It just it looks like it's like having a blinking light when you're trying to sleep and all the lights are off. It's kind of like
loud.
that.
Here's what's really bad though is that there's like 3 different reds and they all do not look almost exactly the same. It's really gross if you have the wrong red on the right with the wrong red on the left and you're like, "Oh no, this is wrong."
And then the funny thing is that the Smash Switch bundle is coming out on November 2nd, and it comes with a copy of the game, but it's a digital code, and it doesn't activate until December 7th. So you just got a code sitting there waiting
For a month, just looking at you.
You can look at that sick JPEG that's pasted on the front of the Switch and just mull it over. Just think about how excited you are.
Absolutely. Then we did get some Smash news. Something very interesting that I was not expecting in its entirety. Isabelle was confirmed to Smash, and she's not an Echo, a villager.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
So she is similar. She has similar moves, but they're not exactly the same. Like, for example, she has the pocket move that Villager has. A lot of her moves look similar, but have different properties. Like, Villager's up tilt was, they would pull out a stick and wave it around, and Isabelle's is just a swift swipe of a broom. So like, the item looks similar, but it does something different. She just looks adorable, though. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see her in this game.
She's so cute.
I was really proud
very
to
excited.
see that like Animal Crossing gets more representation, but also it really built a dichotomy between Villager and Isabelle, as like Villager is this character who is all about whatever items are in their pocket, right? All of their attacks are like, these are things on my person because I'm just some weird transient like force in the universe, this thing that just enters towns and destroys or builds them.
Yeah, Villager's definitely a trickster
and
god.
then Isabelle actually like comes in with the town. Like she represents this whole area. Like, hey, this is my home. I get my power from the town itself. I sweep. I fish. I ride the bus. Like it was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, that's the big new move that she has. Is her? It seems like her side special is a fishing rod that can like grab onto. It's basically a command grab. It's really interesting. Like she has her normal grab, like the net that Villager has, but she also has a fishing rod
that she can use as a tether too, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing. And then her down special, you know how the Villager has the tree that you plant the tree, then you have to water it, and then you have to hack at it with the axe. Isabelle's is she plants a gyroid, like you remember the little like gyroid dudes that move around. She plants one of those, and then she can basically remote detonate them, except it flies up and then explodes.
She's like a C4 pack that she buries, and then...
Yeah, she picked that up from Snake, I guess.
That rules.
Isabelle's a hero.
But then the last thing that they announced, it looked like that was going to be it. It looked like they were going to be like, yeah, Isabelle, there you go. But then it showed Tom Nook sitting at his computer, and he said, well... I'm happy to see Isabelle's out there doing her thing, but I gotta get to work, because I gotta make sure that everyone's ready when they come back to town, and then it said Animal Crossing 2019. So we're getting a new Animal Crossing game next year.
Hell yes.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Yay.
So that was the Nintendo Direct.
Hey, there was a lot of discourse after that exact moment where Tom Nook's looking at his computer, and I saw a lot of people coming out to be like, Tom Nook did nothing wrong. And it was like kind of this weird 180 I felt. Was like, hey, this is y'all's landlord, and you guys just want to like... I was going to say something dirty, and I decided against it. But
we need more class analyses of... Animal Crossing.
I also was like, after hearing that, I was like, I'm kind of torn too now. Like, where do I fall on the Tom Nook thing? Because he was really supportive of his friends in that direct, and it did make me feel something.
So I will tell you the canon about Tom Nook, because I think they actually, like, you learn some stuff about him in Happy Home Designer that I think clears him up a whole lot.
I need to watch an Animal Crossing lore video right now.
So... I mean, if we're being honest here, he does set you up with a home, and the loan that he gives you, it has no interest, and he does not really care that you pay it off. It's just when you pay it off, then he gives you the option to upgrade your house. So it's basically paying for an upgrade. And he also uses the money that you spend at his store as either to upgrade his store, to make things better for the town, or, according to Happy Home Designer, he gives most of it to charity.
Aww.
And the money that he does keep, he uses it on his nephews, which I'm not sure if it's true or not. They might be his biological nephews, or he might have just taken them in. I'm not sure, but either way, he spends money on the kids that he watches too. Like he just seems like a family man that tries his best to run a business and isn't like trying to be predatory. He does seem like an alright dude, and you know,
okay,
Yoko Taro can talk shit about it all he wants, but look, as much as I like Yoko Taro, he is a fallible human being, and he doesn't know the truth about Tom Nook, right?
Let's revise our views on Tom Nook. Okay, so I think really what we're running into is he's got a PR problem, because you show up in his town, he gives you a house, and then says, you now owe me this many bells. And it's like, okay, friend, Tom Nook, Thomas, we need to revise your image. You're not forcing them to pay you for a loan. You're offering them the opportunity to upgrade their house. If you say, hey, if you give me 1,000,000 bells, I'll make your house even bigger.
Because that is what it is. Like, he's not going to kick you out. He's not charging you for, like, food, for water or gas or anything. He's just like, hey, once you pay this amount of money, I'll give you a new room on the house. Like, that's what it is.
We also ruined the whole Tom Nook joke, because when you look back at the beginning of Animal Crossing, this was supposed to be just a joke. Hey, Tom Nook, maybe Tom Nook's a good guy.
I will be real. Him, like, making you work at his store when you first move in is a little much, but, you know, he's just trying to put some hair on your chest. He's trying to give you some character. I get that. But yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct. That was a bit, but that was a lot. There was a lot of stuff on that.
Hey, good job. We got through that really quickly. I'm proud of you, John.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Solon, do you want to maybe talk about some stuff that you have been up to lately? Because you went to PAX,
I did.
And I'm sure you have some wild shit to share with us.
So yeah, PAX Prime happened, or PAX West is what it's called now. I'm sorry, I always feel weird because I'm used to calling it PAX Prime, but that feels really hierarchical. And obviously, PAX East is better categorically than PAX West. And the only real difference is that PAX West is the only important one. So, like, and that's only because all the games, because PAX West happens at the exact time when all of the games have the most to offer. That, like, winter, right before winter happens thing. So a lot of money changes hands during PAX West, way more than any other PAX. But also, it's not like it's the other two PAXs have a lot to offer. Anyway, PAX politics. Sorry, I lived in this place for 12 years and I've never talked about any of that ever. So I've got a lot of feelings on that. PAX. I was there, and the games, there were video games there. They were kind of the exact same video games that there always is, and there was nothing different. Like, if you've ever seen a video game, then you've been to PAX. Like, that's it. There were a lot of things that were really special, and I'm going to talk about the games that were actually special, but like 90% of PAX was Fortnite had taken over the Annex, which usually is owned by Magic the Gathering. And they had their own building, I guess, somewhere, but there was no Magic the Gathering at PAX, which is kind of weird now that I think back on it. But what Fortnite offered was putt-putt mini golf on the first floor of the Annex. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, but people lined up for 2 to 3 hours to play putt-putt golf.
Is mini golf like a thing in Fortnite?
I guess.
I could not answer that. And I don't think it is. But you did get a pin for it, and that's really kind of what PAX is for, is so people can farm these little metal objects, these trinkets that sell for like $400, $500 on eBay. So if anything sounds weird, if there's anything that just like, oh, that sounds like, why would gamers be interested in that? Well, they usually put a pin at the end of that, and that's why people go to it. The games have no value. Like, look at Valve had their booth where you would wait, and their line lasted all day. If you got in line at the very beginning of everything, you would be there for 8 hours, the entire time of the expo hall being open. That's because the demo lasted 45 minutes. You're literally like, after you've waited in line for 7 hours, you then have to play a 45-minute card game demo, which is its own thing.
Jesus.
But that does mean that there's a scarcity to the number of pins that were offered at the end of that line, to being about 60 per day, which means they're going to sell for a huge amount online later. I don't understand this whole thing. PAX is...
I'm guessing you didn't wait in the line.
No, I heard this. One of my friends is an enforcer and just explained to me this, and I was like, my mouth was like dropping further and further as he explained it. And he was like, oh yeah, easiest line I ever enforced. They just sit there.
Oh my god.
Nothing to do here. So, yeah, PAX, that's kind of the business of PAX. There's a weird thing when you go to PAX is there's a whole bunch of people with a lot of different badges. And the badges range in how much better they are than you. So there's your normal daily badge. They don't have 4-day passes anymore, so that everyone has to buy the individual days, which really makes a big difference. Then every other type of badge is a 4-day pass. So you can be a special guest that's like doing a panel or something, and that'll give you the ability to be there for all 4 days. That's really nice. It's something that makes logistics on planning these events really easy, because trying to find all 4 days worth of badges is almost impossible most times for anyone. Then above that, there's exhibitors. Exhibitors get to go in the expo hall whenever they want and do things. If you have an exhibitor's pass, you can pretty much go and demo anything that you want, which is cool. It's really good for them. Then there's press passes. So there's a whole bunch of people running around with press passes, and they've got special ability to talk to any demoer at any time and be like, hey, I want to play this game now. And they'll schedule a time for like an interview or something like that. Then there's content creators. And content creators is a new pass that's like the gray market of PAX. A content creator can basically do whatever they want at any time because nobody's really sure what to do with them.
Great.
Yeah. And I mean, so when I go to PAX, a lot of like the business that I do there is like, all right, you're a PR person, here's a card. You're a friend, all right, here's a big hug. You're managing a line, all right, how do I get to the front of that line without you noticing? Like, there is constant hustle going on in this place. But it is so much easier of a hustle when you have a content creator's badge, because they just assume you're ninja and they'll basically give you the whole thing.
They're just like, oh, you're a white guy. All right, do what you want.
I mean, even if you're not. Like, so the best time that I had on the PAX show floor was when I was with a content creator. Shout out to Glitchbutt. She's just an amazing person and an amazing streamer. And she wears cool denim jackets covered in patches and pins. She's super punky. And Glitchbutt helped me get into the Final Fantasy, the Square Enix area, to go play Kingdom Hearts. What I did, this was the scheme. We went together and said that we were dating. We were a couple. And they were like, oh, well, you must go together then. I didn't have to say that. And I was like, so we're planning on breaking up in a couple hours. And so we won't be dating anymore. Can I see you guys tomorrow for the demo? And I'm going to be with someone new. And they were like, what? You're obviously fucking with me.
You explained this to them?
I was like, it's PAX relationships. It's just fickle. They really are. And they were like, okay, what? And so I show up with my boyfriend the next day and give him a nice kiss, give him a show. And they're like, oh shit, he did that. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Glitchbutt at that time. She was MIA. And so I was like, crap, I wanted to do this with Glitchbutt. I wanted this to like be a whole bit for the PR people at Square Enix. And they were really fun the whole time. But I wasn't, I wanted him to play it anyway, so this wasn't taking up an extra like demo spot or anything. So he played it and I listened along with him and he let me play one of the levels and it was awesome. But that's how we hustle in PAX Land. It's all about who you kiss and who you break up with.
That's very cute.
So that's the ethos of PAX. I just needed to like give you a lot of background on like what PAX is and just the depth of the corruptions of it. None of us are free of sin when we go to PAX. That
I was just gonna say, well, that is incredibly fucked up. But do you have any stories about the games that you played?
Right, games. Yes. So one of the games that I sat and watched for a long time, just because it was one of those games that just kind of is played on everything because there's not really any reason you can't, was Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6, or as I've been calling it, Soul Calibur Vi, is a new game that's about to come out. I think it dropped like a week ago or something. Did it?
It is not out yet. No, it's out next
very
month.
soon. But it's one of those games that's like it's available on every console. It's going to be all over the place, and so there's like all of the like Geico booth can play it, and the Microsoft booth can play it. So like all these folks are doing it. The PAX Arena, was showing it on the big screen. They were having a big tournament of amateur Soul Calibur Vi players, and that was cool to watch for about 20 minutes. Until Taki showed up. And I don't know if the last Soul Caliburs did this, but Soul Calibur 2 definitely didn't do that, and that's what the people were there for. When you fight in Soul Calibur Vi, your clothes fall off, which is very cool for about 50% of the cast of Soul Calibur 6. And Taki, her clothing slowly disintegrates over the course of a round, and just watching everyone in the PAX arena get visibly more uncomfortable and be like, ooh, I need to move my children, was something to take in. Everyone was looking forward. Everyone was looking forward to Soul Calibur 2.
A little too horny for
it was
all
a little
of us
too
today.
horny for Maine.
Yeah.
And
For the main stage.
Which was really disappointing, because we really do want that, like, Soul Calibur 2 feeling of fighting in these 3D arenas and this 2D plane with the ring outs and all the silly thises and that's, and it's like, it's so hard to justify this because every other part of this game looks really cool. So that's Soul Calibur 6. There were I also got to play Wander Song, and that's a game that I'm going to be doing a review on next month, or at the end of this month is when they'll allow me. And Wander Song is gorgeous. This Switch and Steam game where you can only interact with the world by singing. And depending on what pitches you sing, the different things happen in the world around you. Most people hate that you're singing, by the way. Like, any NPC that you walk into is like, oh, the singing guy's here. I fucking hate the singing guy. Get him out of my house. Please stop singing. The best thing is that you can just talk to people too, like in any RPG. Like, you just walk up to them, hit the talk button, and talk with a normal voice. But you can interrupt that by singing just at any point. There's no opportunity in which you don't have to be singing. You can run and sing, you can jump and sing. Actually, if you like claw grip the controllers just right, you can move through the entire game singing. There's some like aerobics, some Joy-Con aerobics that you can do to make that happen. And so that was a special experience. I found out that when I was talking with the developer, he was telling me about how he casted the voice of Wander Song, because he didn't want someone he wanted someone with a very strong voice, but also someone who registered kind of like a gender, and like not very masculine, not very feminine, kind of somewhere beyond that scope. And so that ended up being actually exactly who they got for the singer. Was they found someone who's genderqueer that had just great pipes and had a great take and had a great demo tape, and they were like, oh, well, all right, we nailed it. Mission accomplished. And so that was cool.
Great.
That was Wander Song. That was a special moment. We're going to see more of that on the Chooch. Then after that, I played The Missing. Do y'all know Swery 65?
Of course I know Swery.
Does
Vaguely.
D4, does Deadly Premonitions, and is also working on A Good Life, which is like a slice of life kind of game that is also coming out right now. Well, he's also doing a secret project called The Missing. And it was probably the strangest game experience that I've had, because, and not in a good way. Like, Swery does things that are strange, that are hard to describe, but this was like very easy to describe. It is one of the first games where you play as you're playing as this woman, and unlike A Good Life, where you're playing as a woman who's kind of just going through her life like normal, this is a woman who all of her limbs can come off.
Okay.
It is a Limbo-esque, box-pushing, side-scrolling puzzle game where you navigate puzzles by throwing your limbs off of yourself and places. Which is like,
that sounds interesting.
That sounds completely normal and understandable. Push a box onto a lever, throw all of your limbs onto the other side of the fucking teeter-totter, and roll your head through the spiky grate or whatever. Completely easy to understand, very sweary. And the thing that actually gets in the way is that every time you, like, take your limbs off, she screams, she shrieks horribly, like, she's in absolute agony and pain. And then you just keep doing it. It's really gross and visceral. Ugh. Is exactly how I felt every time I played it. And I'm like smiling at the nice PR person for Arc Systems that was there. I'm like,
Is it, can I ask, is it like goofy at all? Is it like cartoony, or is it like straight up?
It has a very similar dark, like high contrast idea to it, kind of like Limbo does with its black and white. Mm-hmm. So there's not a lot of colors involved, and there is like stuff that sprays out of her that kind of, so it's like a little gory, but it's not bloody. And yeah, that's how they navigate it. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like enough to feel like you've censored yourself. No, it just is like, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good feeling at all, and it made me not want to keep playing it. I played the first level and I was like, I kind of get the idea, but I feel like this is going to do a whole lot more after this, and I'm not going to be prepared for any of that. All I know is how to take my limbs off and do block pushing puzzles, which I've done before. And so, yeah, the missing Sweary's other new game was hard, very easy to describe, but very hard to get my head around as something that's like, why would I want to keep doing this? And that brings me to Sweary's newer game, the other game, A Good Life, because that was also being showed at PAX, and nobody played it. It was the only game in the entire expo hall that nobody was playing. It was always empty, never had anyone lined up, and it was just sitting there on the floor. Like there was the booth that they were in had no like displays or stands or anything. It was like you sat under a little umbrella on the floor and played a game, which was great for all of the other games except for A Good Life, who just sat in the middle and nobody played it. And that was kind of like a moment where I was like, oh, Sweary. Oh, friend.
That's really bizarre, because that game does seem neat.
Yeah, I think there's something about the demo that didn't translate with people. I also didn't play it. I just walked by it like 3 or 4 times. And every time I looked at the screen, it was just kind of in this state of like someone just standing in the middle of a nondescript road in an idle animation, not doing much of anything. And I was like, yeah, there's nothing about this image that grabs me and makes me want to be like, I gotta play this A Good Life game. And so it was, yeah, I'm hoping there's more to all of this. I just, from everything that I saw at PAX, nothing that fills me with confidence for Sweary 65. And I want to.
That's weird.
So those are like the main 3 games that I've like, there's a lot of things I'm thinking about here. There was hella businesses at PAX, just businesses. Mm-hmm. And there always is, but Facebook and Mixer and Twitch all took up probably about 25 to 30% of the PAX floor by themselves, because they're competing with each other. And then there's also all the hardware tech brands that take up their 20%. And then there were a couple of small marketplace stores that also took up their like 5% of the show floor. So when you round it all out, there's like 50% of this place is games and 50% of this is businesses. Just storefronts. That was like, the only interesting thing was that Facebook Gaming is trying to make this big push for Twitch people. And they don't have the most stable interface yet. So I don't know if it's going to be something that's viable at all. It might be dead on arrival. But Streamers are always looking for alternatives, even if they don't make a switch to another one. There's always room for competition in that space, especially because of all the changes Amazon has made to Twitch. And so there were even panels at PAX like, hey, Twitch or Mixer, which one's better? They had a nice little reductive talk about how much cooler Mixer is than Twitch, and how come nobody's actually gonna, like, all the panelists were like, Mixer is fucking cool. It has so many things to offer streamers more than Twitch does. Hell no, I'm never gonna switch to Mixer. Sorry, Microsoft. And that was like the big ending to the whole panel.
It ain't gonna make us any money, no matter how much better it is.
And so Facebook's jumping headfirst into that with a huge, huge box that nobody was allowed to go into all of PAX.
It was just for Facebook.
Yeah,
that's their space.
The Facebook box.
Just hanging out. It's fine.
Hey, y'all want to hear about cool fucking indie games that are about to come out?
Hell yes.
Sure.
Okay, here's all of them. Boyfriend Dungeon. Say no more. There's nothing else to say about that. It's a dungeon of boyfriends where you get to hold your boyfriends in your hand as swords. Was it good? Awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh yeah, and it goes that extra step that a lot of dating sims have been going recently. There was another one on the list. There's Get in the Car Loser, and there is The World Next Door, which is also all dating sims-esque inspired games that also are doing RPGs or doing turn-based strategy. Like, they have extra things on top of it. Monster Prom also is kind of in that loop. And so dating people is not a mechanic in these games anymore. It's dating is a force upon the universe that we all get to live with, and I'm liking it. It's nice for right now. Someday I'm going to want to get back to my simple dating sim where it's like, I'm only making these choices because I want to fuck you in the end. Don't distract me with your petty baubles. Do not distract me with your puzzles. I'm not here to make a magic match 3 chain that casts fireball across the screen. I'm here for the Bussy. So,
Get in the Car Loser is like the JRPG, right?
Yeah, got to.
It seems neat.
Look at. I watched and almost got to play, but then the line got too long. A lot of Get in the Car Loser, and it's so pretty. Every animation is just so sharp. It's like you're living in just the Persona 5 menus for an entire video game.
Oh wow.
Like, there's nothing on screen that's like too much information or not enough information. It's just like everything is moving cohesively and like flows really nicely. And it's fun. It was super fun because you're on a road trip and it tells you like, hey, instead of having random battles, it lines them all up for you while the characters are like talking to each other in the car. Very Final Fantasy 15 kind of inspired. But the battles aren't random. They tell you, hey, in 2 miles, a battle's about to happen. And then you push through the text a little farther and it's like 1 mile, battle up ahead. And so
that's cute.
And so
it's like an oncoming exit. I like that.
It's very much like that. And then like it'll be like, hey, in 7 miles there's a boss coming up, but in 2 miles there's a little frog and we're gonna make you kill it, and you're gonna learn how to stagger enemies and get an extra 250% damage on each of them. It's like, oh, very cool. So a lot of dating sims that are actually other games, but they're trying to trick you into dating people. There was... What was one of the other ones? Oh, hey, Risk of Rain 2 is coming out. And I have to say that really loudly because Risk of Rain 2 is a really loud game. Hey, Janie, how do you feel about Risk of Rain?
Gotta talk over it.
I like Risk of Rain. It was the first like roguelike I ever played. I just have a lot of like, it's a good game. It's just a super fluid and gorgeous and a ton of fun. And I was never very good at it, but I played a lot of hours of the first one. I'm very excited for the second one. So what did you see of it at PAX?
Nobody's good at Risk of Rain. That's kind of the charm and appeal of it. If you're winning Risk of Rain, are you really winning Risk of Rain? before I tell you what I saw, who's your favorite character in Risk of Rain? Because they all navigate the world differently. Every character makes you understand like the horrifying chaos in different ways.
Yeah, definitely. There's like a guy with a jetpack, right? Am I making that up?
There was.
Yeah, I like the jetpack a lot. That was fun.
There is, from what I saw, there's the Huntress, and her gimmick in the first game was that she could move and shoot. In this game, because it's now all 3D, her gimmick is that all of her attacks lock on. And so she does. It's the same idea where you can have a lot more mobility. You don't have to worry about if you're like how well your things are going to hit, and if they are, or like fearing for your life. It's just running and shooting and making explosions happen. Like that's what the Huntress does. That makes perfect sense. Jumping from 2D to 3D. There was a lot of the same concepts in Risk of Rain, just escalated to the third dimension. The coolest things that I saw was that it made bosses feel a lot more fleshed out. Like they had more nuance to them than just being big hulking behemoths. Like instead of being mountains to climb, they're like very aggressive mountains that want to consume you. Because now they're
mountains that are going to chase you down and eat you.
Yes, as mountains are wont to do.
Mm-hmm.
They not only they chase you down, but every single attack that they do, instead of being on a 2D plane, it has agency in the world. So if they put up a wall in front of you, you can go around that wall, but it does mean you have to walk all the way around the wall. And so it was really cool seeing just like every time a boss would show up, I'd be like, oh crap, okay, what do I do to avoid this boss? Because it's going to be very different from like if the magma worm shows up, you know, in this 2D game, it's like, all right, I just go forward and then I go back and then I go forward and then I go back. And as long as I navigate the like huge swarm of other enemies, I'll be fine. In Risk of Rain 2, you're not going to get swarmed and surrounded in the same way because there's 3 dimensions to move in. What you are going to have happen is lots of bullets and lots of like attacks coming at you. And if you're not careful, they'll just wipe you out. It's more the same way of like, you don't feel overwhelmed by the enemy account. You feel overwhelmed that you are going to screw something up yourself. Just like user error is going to cause your downfall, as opposed to the game drowning you.
So does it feel like more or like less like a bullet hell then?
Yeah, it really does. At least, maybe I'm just not good at it, and that's why I didn't get far enough for it to start feeling like a bullet hell. But I think they pushed away from that bullet hell idea, from what I can tell, at least in so much that other 3D games that are bullet hells and how they feel really, really different from 2D bullet hells.
Mm-hmm.
I think they pushed more away from that idea to push more towards having the atmosphere feel like it's choking you out itself. Like it becomes so oppressive around you that all of your actions become magnified.
That's really interesting.
And so, yeah, Risk of Rain 2, I'm really excited for it. And I asked them, and they very hesitantly said, okay, fine, we'll put an 8-player multiplayer. And they're not going to support it at all again, which is exactly what I asked for. It's going to be another completely unsupported multiplayer mess. And that, I'm trying to remember, they said something that I wasn't allowed to say, and I don't remember if that was it or what it was.
Oh no.
We'll figure it out. The other games that I saw, there was a lot of really cool special games, like Stone Story RPG was something that caught my eye because it was right next to Get in the Car Loser. So there's this bright, vibrant game that's like flashing and looking so cool and sweet and slick. And then there's this black and white ASCII art game called The World Next Door. Or sorry, that's called Stone Story RPG. Sorry, I'm looking at my form is all messed up. And Stone Story RPG is just a like, it's like Candy Box. Did you ever play Candy Box on the computer? ASCII art.
No, I don't think I did.
A whole, or even like any kind of mud from the 70s or 80s. It's all ASCII, and it kind of harkens back to that era of DOS games where you're just a little ASCII stick figure that walks along the path, a dark, like, command prompt path, and as you keep walking forward, you fight monsters, and you've got a little health widget at the bottom that's just like, you have 20 out of 20 health. And then if you touch something, it's like, oh, you have 19 out of 20 health. Very down to basics. And then it escalates from there. It just gets weirder and weirder until it doesn't feel like a fantasy RPG anymore. And then like weird ASCII lines are all over the place. And it was really interesting and exciting. And I wanted to make sure we pointed out Stone Story RPG if people haven't heard of it. If you look it up, you're going to be like, what am I looking at? And then you're going to be like, oh, wait, I actually understand exactly what I'm looking at. There's two other games, so I'll stop very soon. UFO 50. This game.
Here we go. Yes.
Okay, I kind of thought I'd get something of a reaction from that because UFO 50 was at the last PAX. It's been a couple of places. And this time they showed us the retro, like, fever dream of an expansion cart of a game. Janie, have you ever gotten one of those bootleg video game cartridges that just has like a bunch of games on it?
No, but I would see them in like our local convenience store. They had like a rotation of like ones that would come in every day of like do you mean like the knockoff like 50-in-1 cartridges?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh yes. Those, they're super weird.
Right? You put it in and you're like, what is any of this? And usually you get overwhelmed by the games. You maybe play Pokemon Crystal bootleg for like 20 minutes and then you're like, I can't commit to this. You get overwhelmed and you lose the cartridge. So UFO 50 is just that feeling all over again, but with a game that you've never ever played. And the cool things that I saw was that every one of the 50 games that are on this cartridge, that's not a real cartridge, was so cool. They were all like full video games. And there were RPGs in there. There were Mega Man-esque platformer games. And there's no skimping on it. There were strategy games, racing games. The whole thing was like they just wanted to fit everything that they could in there. There's some games that are clones of themselves that are like, wait, isn't this the same game I played last time? Isn't this the same class-based platforming game? And then it's like, oh, nope, it's not at all. You start playing it and like the mechanics are all different, even though things look the same. And it's like, what?
That's really neat. I'm super excited for that game. As someone who loves the thought of Action 52, I'm very excited for that.
That's what that comes from.
My biggest dream. My biggest dream is that they got the rights to the Cheetah Men, and one of the games is just the Cheetah Men 3. If they did that, I would flip a shit. That would be perfect.
Yeah, the coolest thing that I saw in there was that a lot of the games are 2-player, and so you can like have that adventure with a friend. You can go through that journey of being like, what are all these things? And you can be like, hey, you gotta play UFO 50. I've got it. Here's a controller. Sit down next to me. I'm gonna beat you at every one of these video games. And so that's a nice moment. The other thing is that it's, from what I can understand, I think I might be overreaching on this, but I think there might be a meta story contained in here, because a lot of the sprites are used in multiple areas, but never in a way that feels like they were cutting corners. It's like, I think there's a reason that you see the same person.
It's on purpose. Yeah.
It feels too specific.
Oh, yeah.
I might be overreaching a little bit, but I think there's something else here too.
We'll see. I'm excited for that game. Anything else before we move on?
There's a Frog Fractions feel there. I think that's probably overreaching, but the last thing, the most important thing that I wanted to talk about was the duck game was there, Untitled Goose Game.
Ooh,
and so every single time I went up to people, I would just scream, "Goose!" And we would just honk at each other. Geese, geese, geese. If you haven't seen Untitled Goose Game by House, it's a game where you play as a goose. There's nothing special about you as a goose. All you can do is honk and grab things with your beak and waddle. And your waddle is this just horrible goose waddle that fills everything around you with like fear and jealousy. Because no one feathered friend should have all that swagger. And you just basically walk like you own the entire damn garden that you're in. I probably watched the demo like 3 times total. It was also at XOXO, and so I watched again. I was like, this time, a 10-year-old's playing it. I'm gonna see what a 10-year-old does in this garden as a goose. Not much. But it was this fascinating thing where every time someone would play it, they'd have a different journey through the game. You interact with any of the things around you, and it would make this little gardener guy mad or angry, or he'd chase you, or he'd stop bothering so he could go fix something else that you destroyed earlier. And you just have a checklist of things. It's like, hey, you gotta steal the gardener's keys. You gotta get the gardener wet. You gotta just harass this gardener. You gotta make a picnic, which is like combining a bunch of items in one space. So it was charming. I never saw anyone complete the entire checklist, even though it looks, I think you can in the demo time limit. But yeah, Untitled Goose Game. Okay. Things to look out for. All of these games are just things you got to keep an eye out for because they're all really good.
All right.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
That was PAX.
Thank you so much.
That was the entire PAX in 30 minutes.
There you go. Janie.
Hello.
Do you want to catch us up with what you've been up to lately?
Sure. So, I just started school. And so I study like computer science, which means I'm spending long days, away at my computer coding, working on algorithms and whatnot. And so to relax these past weeks, I've been playing a game where you, code, actually.
Wait. Hold up.
Here's the thing. I like coding. It's a good time. No, okay, so this is a game called Exapunks. It's by Zachtronics.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Say no more.
Say more. Their whole thing is that I will. Trust. Their whole thing is that they make these like really intense puzzle games that are filled with like lateral thinking. Like you are coming up with your own solutions to problems and then like tuning those solutions, trying to get them as efficient as possible to like optimize it. It's this super cool feeling that they are able to evoke in all of their games, and like Exapunks is really no exception. One of my favorite things about, so basically it's a coding game in which it's like a cyberpunk, world where you are programming these little nanomachines called exas to go and do different tasks. You're a hacker. It's very like gritty 1980s feel, super classic and lovely. And part of the pitch of this, of the game is that, in order to figure out how to write these programs, how to like, hack into these different places, there's no like tutorial. Like the game doesn't tell you a lot. Instead, what it gives you are these zines, which you're like supposed to physically print out. I have one right here. I printed it out.
What? That's so cool.
Much to my roommate's chagrin, my printer doesn't do double-sided, so I was like printing it out and then flipping it and like spending like an hour trying to put this together.
Hell yes.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. It evokes this immediate feel because it's all like in world, in fiction. You've got like, there are like ads for different like tech things or cyberpunk dystopia things. In the first article, there's like, after all this hacking stuff, there's like a list of recipes for like easy cheap things. It tells you how to like dumpster dive for donuts. It's like super evocative of this like gritty, terrible cyberpunk world, in a way that I just love. And the whole thing is that basically it just has different articles about like how to hack into different things. So you're going through these different missions and like, it'll be like, okay, you have to hack into this modem or whatever. And I'm like, how the fuck do you hack into a modem? And so I have to go and I have to pick up like my copy of the zine and look through for, okay, modems. I have to like read through this article and like parse through, what it's saying and what I need to do because of that. It's this super cool game that like is all just about like discovering, like about learning, right? It's about like teaching yourself and digging through these zines for minutia of details. It's super fun. It's like, and the thing is that like, this is also what I'm doing in my comp sci classes as part of the thing is like, I'm looking online through like different reference manuals and whatever, except for this time it's fun. Except for this time it's like, it's for a game. So, it's a good time.
So Exapunks is like inspiring your desire to learn new things.
A little bit, yeah. It's super cool. It's all about like getting around the limitations of these bots. Like in the puzzles themselves, it's like, okay, you have to keep track of these different numbers, but they have a limited amount of memory and you can only like transfer numbers in a certain way. It's a super cool game. I highly recommend it. It's still in open access, but it still is like a full game. As far as I can tell, they're just like adding more content to it.
This sounds like the coolest shit.
I've been having a great time with it. It's super neat. It's, if you like Zachtronics games, if you like these sort of like puzzle games, I highly recommend picking this up.
I really love how this is about not about
great.
Teaching you how to play a game. It's teaching you how to teach yourself to play a game.
Yeah. 100%. And it's, so like every time you finish a level, you can like compare like, okay, how long did it take to run through this process? How many lines of code you have? Basically like tweak, you're trying to like optimize, trying to get like the fastest you can or the least amount of space. And it's just a super cool, it like motivates you in a really cool way. I like it a lot. It's a good time.
Janie, can you run it back just a second? Just a little tiny bit. Tell me about this donut dumpster diving thing.
Sure. So basically in it, in the whole game, you're part of this, server where you're talking back and forth. Why am I forgetting the word?
Discourse, like communicating dialogue?
Yeah. There's like a Discord. There's like a chat room basically that you're a part of.
An IRC.
That you're talking back and forth. Yeah. And so like there's a whole, in every article, it has a Trash World Kitchen, tips that are basically like telling you and all of your fellow, hackers, like basically how to make it, cause shit's tough right now.
Hey, fellow
and you're
hackers.
hacking to survive and make money in this cyberpunk dystopia.
Hack your real life.
Do you want some tips on donut dumpster diving?
Yes. Anything that gets you to read from this zine that sounds like some kind of magical tome that came out of your print box.
All right. We're going to start simple. Presenting dumpster donuts. You're going to liberate the perfectly good donuts they throw away every day at the stores that sell them. Or if you aren't going to be able to stomach the idea of eating something out of trash, pick them up when they're marked down for being a day or two old. Either way, these donuts are still fine. Probably just a little stale. Here's where the trick comes in. Use the broiler. And it's just like, yes. I love it because it's got the same, it's such a good tone that the game consistently hits so well through all of the zines in the game. And it just evokes something so specific and neat. And it's a good time.
Wait, you could just broil stale donuts.
Yes. And then they're good again.
Of course.
That's the whole thing. It works.
Oh my God.
If you got some stale donuts, these are some hot tips, courtesy of Exapunks.
Fucking great.
Not a bad idea. Anything else you want to throw out there, Janie?
Sure. The only other thing I've been playing is this short game. I think I talked about the studio last time I was on the podcast, but Aether Interactive has a new game called Soul Hemochroma, which is this like experimental dating sim-esque horror game-ish. It's super neat and cool, and it's like really short. It's like 30 minutes per playthrough, and then there are like multiple different routes you can go down. It's just super evocative and cool. It's on Twitch for pay what on itch.io for pay what you want. Just highly recommend. Super evocative aesthetic coolness. So that's the only other thing I've been playing.
Soul Hemochroma.
Okay. Yes, SOLHEMOCHROMA.
So it's like light blood colors?
Yes.
Sun blood colors?
It gets into it.
It sounds like it gets into it.
All right. I got a couple of quick news things to run through, and then we can move on to questions. Let's see here. Tokyo Game Show.
Holy shit, that happened.
Tokyo Game Show, there was some announcements. And the two that I kind of want to highlight, the first one is we are getting a new Samurai Showdown game.
Ooh.
It is being made by the King of Fighters team, which is, interesting. I guess they got finished making a real shit game, and they're getting ready to make a game that does actually look pretty good.
That's how it works. You got to get that shit out of your system.
They got finished with SNK Heroines. They were like, you know what? Let's make something good this time. They just had like a little teaser. They showed a couple of characters. They showed a little gameplay. It looks fantastic. The art is gorgeous, but not too much information about what's going on with that game just yet. I'm sure we'll get some more as the time goes on, but it looks neat. This game I'm really interested in. It is called Project Judge right now. It is the new IP from the Yakuza studio.
Oh, yeah.
It's by the Ryu Gagotoku studio. You play as Private Detective Takayuki Yagami, and it is basically a cross between Yakuza and LA Noire.
Huh.
So you're in Kamurocho, and you are solving crimes. You are a lawyer. And you are using your investigative skills to dig up the truth. But not only do you go around solving mysteries, you also get in fights, just like Kiryu would. The combat looks way better. There's like actual martial arts involved, and you can move a lot quicker than Kiryu moves. So you're not just like a brawler like Kiryu is. You are more defined and a lot faster. So it's really neat. They're saying that they've been working on it for 3 years already. So this is something that they've been working on for a good while. And they already confirmed that it is coming out next year in the US. There's actually a demo out already if you have the Japanese PlayStation Network account. So there you go. That's really neat. I'm looking forward to it a whole lot.
So if I'm understanding this right, you're in Kamurocho, which is like Yakuza's red light district?
Yeah, that is basically like the main
Are you going, like, if it's
Yakuza.
Project Judge, are you just going to the streets to judge are you doing like a drag show contest? Are you like cosplay judge?
No. I think it's more that you are judging these villains that are causing trouble on the streets. I mean, much like Kiryu already was. He was already slapping the shit out of people that were doing bad things going around. But now I think you're doing it as a lawyer. And you can solve murders and all that mess.
Doing it in the system as opposed to out of the system.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think they like finished making this whole series about crime boys, and now they're like, all right, now we gotta like, all right, we got a lawyer now, we got a proper legal person.
Time to grow up.
Time to grow up. Get a job.
They're not moving on completely from the Yakuza series. They're
enhancing it.
They are making a new like Shin Yakuza game that's gonna be it doesn't start Kiryu, but there is gonna be another Yakuza series. This is just also happening.
I just feel like they're creating a lawyer character because they're gonna need them later.
Yeah, maybe
like you got this lawyer character and the Kiryu. Thank you. Like they could team up and then like take everything. Nothing could stop them now.
Absolutely. But at least for this first game, I read on Twitter that they said that there will be no character cameos from the original Yakuza in Project Judge. So Kiryu and Majima and all them will not be showing up. It seems like the only thing that is crossing over is the mascot character from Yakuza 6, Onomichio-kun. So, you still see this hilarious mascot running around. That's fine. Let's see here. Speaking of new games by old faces, the directors of the Zero Escape and Danganronpa franchises...
Oh, those are words I like.
...have moved on.
Uh-oh.
And created a new studio.
Oh, no.
They've escaped.
Yeah, so Kazutaka Kodaka and Kotaro Uchikoshi have created a new studio called 2Kyo Games.
Yeah. It's a pun. I get it.
Absolutely.
Because it's two groups coming together. Kind of sounds like Tokyo, like two cities. Like, yeah. I get it.
Absolutely. They talked a little bit about some of the stuff that they're working on already. Just like a handful of... Like they already have a couple of games in the works. They also mentioned that they have some other folks that worked on some of their previous games. Like Masafumi Takada, who did the music for Danganronpa. He's coming with them to the studio.
Hey, nice!
If those games are good, I'll be interested in that. They also got some, like, all the artists have also come with them. So, like, the Danganronpa artist came with them to do the art for these games. So they'll keep looking like Danganronpa. And I guess they also got some artists from Fate Grand Order to help them out.
Great. That could only go well.
Yeah. So they have 4 games that they are working on right now.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
Why would they just make one?
No, I apologize. 3 games and an anime.
Of course. God.
Yeah, Kodaka's writing an anime that Studio Pierrot is working on.
They don't have a tie-in comic yet?
Oh, God.
Not yet. They have one that is led by Kodaka and Uchikoshi at the same time. That is that also has like the Danganronpa art style, and they describe it as a game about teens entangled in with murderous spirits.
Sure. Great.
They have one where it's a bunch of like little kids in a death game. So I think they're kind of trying to do like not a battle royale as in Fortnite, but like a battle royale.
Toddler Ronpa.
Yeah.
Ronpa.
Oh wait, that's
Something
just daycare.
Like and the last one is actually 2Kyo is working with Spike Chunsoft, and it's a cyberpunk game where it never stops raining.
Is that all we know?
That's it?
That's what they've said so far.
I'm in.
So,
Raincoat Killer's back.
Hell yes.
It doesn't seem like they're completely writing off working with Spike Chunsoft again in the future. Like, obviously they're working on them with this game, and Uchikoshi actually has a game called AI: The Somnium Files, still being published by Spike Chunsoft. So it's not like Danganronpa or Zero Escape may never happen again, but at least for now it seems like they are moving on to work on some new things and spreading their wings a little bit.
Still about kids murdering each other, though.
Still about murder, still about battle royale violence.
They've solved the equation. They know where the money is. That whale is never going away.
I just hope that this next one doesn't end with them like flushing the toilet. Basically, that's all I hope.
I was just really scared when you said they made a studio together, that it was like not a game studio but like a film studio. And that they were just going to be like airing a reality show that's like a long extended escape room game.
They just make Danganronpa
real.
Oh my god.
But it's all just
Danganronpa real.
But it's all puzzles. It's all Zero Escape puzzles. I was really afraid that it was like, when you said studio, it was like real studio.
On September 20th, everyone go to McDonald's and ask for the Danganronpa burger. The face on the cashier's, the cashier's face would be priceless.
I'm like,
the face on the cashier will be
priceless.
Thanos.
Yeah, it'll turn into Thanos. It'll turn into Thanos.
Thanos McDonald's.
Thanos McDonald's.
We're just saying words.
I'm just standing in front of the like self-operated robot kiosk at McDonald's, screaming, "Danganronpa burger!"
Any of y'all have any affinity for Alan Wake?
Who?
Alan Wake. It was a pretty solid 360 and PC game. It was basically, hey, what if Stephen King had to fight monsters and was a little younger and a little hotter?
Sexy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you liked the Alan Wake game, you'll enjoy the news that they are actually going to be making an Alan Wake TV show.
Oh?
Now, usually video game adaptations aren't really great, but they got Peter Calloway, who is who I guess was the showrunner on Legion. To be working on this game or on this adaptation, and he's also going to be writing it. So that's a good sign.
Oh, that is really cool, actually.
Well, we'll talk about that more as time goes on, but Alan Wake is really cool. I would highly recommend playing through
it was something that I missed, and I don't know why I missed it, because it's completely something it's probably because it came out on like the Xbox, and I didn't have that at the time.
Yeah, it's on PC now, and it's super cheap. Just make sure that you get the DLC as well, because... Oh, wait, no! Wait! I think they delisted it. I don't know if you can get Alan Wake on PC anymore. I don't remember.
Oh my god, delisting games is the scariest thing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember. That might be a bummer. Look, it's a good game. Get it how
I'm literally starting a Let's Play right now because they're delisting a game and I want to play it before it goes away.
What game?
The Last Remnant.
Ah.
And...
Well, they're putting out a remaster of that, and that's why they delisted it.
I need to play it as it is right now, and as it is not great. And so I want to make sure I get the real raw feeling. It's actually really great. It's a lot of in between.
You know what I realized recently? I've never seen the original. I've only seen the remasters of Star Wars, the George Lucas with the CGI new versions.
Oh,
I've never seen it just was after my time. They're unavailable now. It's really sad.
Huh. I don't know if I've seen the originals either.
Right? It's weird. Anyways.
I've never seen a Star Trek movie either, so there's holes in my knowledge of anything.
Very far tangent. Anyways, continue.
Yep.
Shall we move on to questions?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to hear what are other people, what are human beings in the world thinking about?
I want to hear what everyone who's not a human being in the world is thinking about.
Do you really want to hear all the dogs just saying, hey?
Absolutely.
The slugs came out today. It rained really hard around here, and I saw a bunch of slugs out. It was really nice.
Aw.
You know what they're probably thinking? Soil.
Dirt. Dirt liquor.
Nutrients. Soil. All right. Well, if you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask or podcast@videogamechoochoo.com. You'll sound like these fine folks.
Sorry, it rained today for the first time in weeks, so the slugs were thinking, fucking finally! What are the question askers going to sound like, John?
They're going to sound like
fucking
this.
Fucking finally!
I don't know. Maybe they won't cuss, but they will ask, what's your reaction on the lack of Bayonetta and Metroid Prime 4 news? Who do you think will be revealed for Smash next? So we're talking about the Direct.
Yeah, there were holes in the Nintendo Direct. There were things, it felt like things were missing.
See, I feel like Nintendo is kind of focusing on the recent right now, things that are going to be coming out soon. I feel like Bayonetta and Metroid Prime 4 are going to be games that are end of next year, if even next year.
I also think they were focused on trying to pull the wool over our eyes on this internet thing, so they just flashed a bazillion games at us as fast as they could.
That too. There's always a chance that we'll see Bayonetta 3 at the Game Awards, because that is where they revealed it last year.
Oh,
so who knows? Yeah, we'll find out about that. Metro Prime, of course. I don't know. I feel like there is a chance for one last Direct before the end of the year, and I bet they'll show it then, sometime in December after Smash is out. I feel like right now everything is secondary to Smash for Nintendo right now. Maybe I think they need to.
I also think that if they've had to fit Metroid Prime in the same Nintendo Direct where they squeezed that Star Fox game in for 5 seconds, that's not a Star Fox game at all. I feel like it'd be doing a disservice to Metroid Prime and to Bayonetta as well. So it's I'm kind of glad they weren't in the Luigi's Mansion 3 Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, this was kind of a lightweight Direct, all things considered. So yeah, we'll see. So, does anyone have any predictions? Okay, I'm going to let you two have fun with who you want to say will be revealed for Smash, and then I'm going to come in and say...
that we're wrong. I know. I know how this works.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in and be. I'm gonna be a party pooper, and I'm gonna say what the leaks have been saying. So you two be normal.
Okay. Travis, touchdown. 69.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's the only one.
I wish.
Doom Guy.
Jeannie, do you
I'm
have
still
an answer?
thinking about Doom Guy. I know
Still
that we talked about Doom Guy like an hour and 45 minutes ago, but still, I'm still thinking about it. Doom Guy.
He's so fresh in my mind.
God. And so sexy.
Who else, though? I don't understand the Waddle Dee, the bandana D.
Oh, no, I do. I'm a big Kirby fan growing up.
Yeah.
I want Waddle Dee. I don't know. He's just cute. Just look at him. He's got a little bandana. He's just going around. He's like player 2. He's cute. I like it.
He gets
I want him in.
that player 2 bump.
Hell yes.
So modest, so nice.
Player 4.
Player 4 doesn't get that player 2 bump.
Oh. Well,
You gotta work your way down to get to Waddle Dee.
you gotta have at least 3 older siblings.
All those fourth siblings out there like, yeah, a hero for us.
Waddle Dee.
All right, are you all ready for me to just be a complete bastard?
No, not
Absolutely.
yet. Not yet. I got one more dream.
Okay.
And I feel like every time someone says chorus men, I'm like, no, that's a silly idea. Why would you ever think that? And then I think about it a little longer and I'm like, la! And that's all.
Is that also your does that double as your tryout for the Wander Song voice?
La!
Beautiful.
There you go.
Thanks, Niall. Thanks, editor. That one's for you.
God help you, Niall. All right, so here's my party pooper answer. We know what the rest of the roster is already. Verjaben has leaked it.
He's done.
He's
fed up with the speculation. It was fun for the last 4 months, but now we're fucking done.
We're done. Look, it's gonna be Incineroar.
Okay.
It's gonna be Ken. It's gonna be Ken as an Echo of
Cool.
Ryu, and it's probably gonna be Gino. And I think that's it.
I would be so shocked if Gino made it in, just because I don't know who that is. I know now, but only because people have been talking about it. The Super Mario RPG guy.
Yes,
But wow, that'd be so. I
It'd
feel
be a
like
pull.
there'd be so many better options before Gino.
I don't know if it's like just because I never like played those games, but like I don't know. I don't see it.
Gino is kind of a holdover from like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because people have wanted Gino since Melee time, just because Super Mario RPG was like one of the cooler games back then, and it's like it's been a long time, and it's like, you know, things have progressed, cooler characters have popped
The
up.
year was 2002.
But people still want Gino, and honestly, I'm
3.
kind of here for it.
That sounds right.
I'm kind of here for Gino still. I won't apologize.
That's fair.
Okay. Our next question.
You get yours, John. You deserve yours.
Look, I want Travis touchdown so badly, but I just know in my heart it won't happen.
We're all casuals out here. We've only been hyped for fake Super Smash characters for 3 months, and we're gonna forget in a couple weeks. You've been out here for years, and you deserve yours, John.
I've been annoying on Twitter for 10 years now.
Gino.
Okay, we got another Smash. We got a bunch of Smash questions. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Hell yeah.
Tumblr user Harlequin Wheels.
Fucking right
asks,
on. Okay, go ahead.
If a Danganronpa character was announced for Smash, which Nintendo character would be killed in the trailer and how?
Luigi. Again.
It's just always Luigi.
No, he already died.
keeps
Don't
dying.
do Luigi again. So we gotta pick a Nintendo character, and we have to pick a fitting punishment.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be like Junko comes up behind Luigi with a hammer and just starts bonking him on the head, but it's actually crushing his skull. And then just like the hammer gets bigger and bigger until it flattens Luigi entirely. And everyone's like, shit, is he dead? And then like the stinger at the very end is like, he's now flat Luigi and he like waddles out to the side underneath the hammer. And you're like, oh, okay, he's cool.
So Monokuma would absolutely be the character. Let's be honest. Monokuma would be the playable character.
Final Smash would be Junko. Yeah.
Yeah, like probably like the crush, the like crushing execution.
Yeah, and then you see like the photograph cut in of Junko like giving the peace sign, like, I did that.
Yeah. I gotta think, like maybe Captain Falcon like flies off a cliff from going too fast and he can't pull his brake.
No brakes.
That would be one.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. That would be a good one. Because he's like going faster and faster and faster, and then he like, oh no, there's a cliff, and he tries to pull the brake and he just flies off. That would be a good one. Trying to think.
Donkey Kong's gotta like run to the giant stack of bananas, but there's banana peels everywhere and he keeps slipping and dying.
Yeah, he like slips into spikes.
Yeah, there's spikes and mosquitoes
good.
everywhere, so he can't like jump or pound or anything because there's fucking slippery bananas everywhere.
Wouldn't you think that like maybe a character that actually has killed someone would get punished? Like, how about Ridley?
That's a good point.
Ridley gets punished for killing Mario in the last trailer.
Who is getting?
Yeah,
who in the Smash roster is getting tried for their war crimes?
I mean, literally Ridley. Ridley has canonically committed war crimes.
Has Snake?
I mean,
depends on how you play, I guess.
Well, and honestly, what Snake has done is saved the world multiple times. I think that can be forgiven. Yeah, no, Ridley's just a bastard.
He is the one who comes into the game as super high school level serial killer. And everyone's like, I think he might have done the murder. And he's like licking his lips, like blood flowing. He's like, I just bit my tongue, guys.
Do you think the giant dinosaur monster was the killer?
Come on, that's too obvious.
The ultimate genocide pirate dragon.
Super high school level genocide pirate dragon. There you go.
Yeah, that's my new Twitter name. Alright, here's one that's not a Smash Bros. Question, but it is just a specific question for you, Solon. Someone wants to know what brand of dye you use for your hair because they think it's nice.
Oh, thank you so much. Pravana. Everything I do is Pravana. And I just get their stuff off Amazon, and I think it looks really, really nice. They have just a super wide range of colors, and it lasts for a long time and is very cheap. So it's it hits the best of all worlds. Big news that I learned right before PAX, so I haven't been able to share it with the podcast. Did you know there's permanent hair dyes? Like,
really?
What most people use is a semi-permanent hair dye. It lasts about a month or so before it starts fading. It'll probably still look good for like 2 or 3 months while fading. They've also made demi-permanent, which gets closer into the root of your hair and lasts much longer, but is not as vibrant. And then they like upgraded that to just being fucking permanent hair dye.
But won't your roots still come in?
The roots the roots of your hair will come in. So it's still only dyeing the hair topically. But it gets to the core of your hair, so it doesn't fade out ever. And the whole idea is that it doesn't have a bleach developer with it. Like, it comes in the whole package as one, so you just slop the crap all over your head and then wait an hour. And I think the permanent hair dye has a little more process to it, but it's basically like an all-in-one. That's the whole idea there. So yeah, okay. New hair tech.
Thank you. We have 2 questions, one from Shulis and one from the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones, that are basically just begging Nintendo to cease violence against Isabelle. Just, why does Nintendo want me to fight Isabelle? I can't do that. Why would they be so cruel? And is there anyone on the roster you'd want to hurt less than Isabelle?
Oh, Boss Tones, Shulis. Ooh, that's a really good point.
Personally, I don't want to hurt Kirby, but like, it's in the heat of the battle.
Kirby can take it. Like,
true.
Kirby can take it. Yeah.
I don't know if Isabelle could take it. Oh, no.
Isabelle said fuck work, and she's here now. Like, I think she chose this. She has the fighting spirit. I believe in her, She
smears the, eye, the eye stuff underneath her eyes and is like, it's go time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I trust her. I trust her judgment. I think if she knew that she couldn't handle it, she would have turned down the invitation. She's ready.
Hell
thanks for inviting me, Smash, but I'm not sure if I can fight a genocidal monster.
Have you seen that fucking crocodile? It's huge. It's fucking huge.
I think she's ready. I don't think she would back down from the challenge.
I wonder if Nintendo has to like give the invites in a certain order, or else people might not accept them.
You think they gave it? You think he gave it to Villager? It was like, oh, just come hang out with like your good friend Mario and Kirby and whatnot. They get like 50 down the list. It's like,
oh wait, Ganondorf's here.
King of Evil, huh?
I wonder which Super Smash okay, we're gonna get to the other question, the part of the Isabelle thing, but which Super Smash Brothers character do you think would only show up if a certain A-list character was on the list? Like, who do you think diva'd the situation? Like, was like, oh, Captain Falcon's not there? Count me out.
Huh.
I don't know.
That's
Wonder if Duck Hunt was all right, I guess if you're gonna have Palutena there, all right, I'm in. Her Insta is hot fire, and I gotta make sure that I'm on that level with her.
Do you think they got like +1s? Do you think the like Smash invites like got to invite someone else?
Ooh.
Is that what Echo Fighters are? Are they just like the normal versions +1?
Maybe.
So they have to like share a moveset?
I mean, maybe. I mean, like Crom definitely got in just because Lucina was there, and Lucina was like, "Can you guys stop being so mean to my fucking father?" and then I looked at her and I said, "No, I will not stop being mean to Crom. He is going to be my training mode punching bag because he's a stupid idiot and I hate him."
Wow. Okay.
He sucks. Crom sucks.
I like to think that like Luma was supposed to be the +1 to Rosalina, and like Nintendo was like, that's not how this works. But you can be together. You can be under one invite, and Luma's just like, fine. I'm in Smash now.
There you go.
I'm the punching bag. Fine.
But yeah, I think our answer is that Isabelle can handle it. Don't worry about it. Fight to your content. Everyone's just having fun. It's alright.
Isabella is equipped too. She's got a lot of tech on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She does not have to get ready. Like into it. She's got ranged attacks. She's got ranged throws. Yeah, she's got tools.
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got one more question.
Her city is at her back. She fights for all of Cityville or Townsville or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Smashville.
Smashville. Smashville. All right, well, we got one more question. And I'd just like to remind you that if you want to send a question like these, you can send them in to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And the question is, if Vegeta was in Smash Bros., would he eat the spicy curry if he knew it would make him more powerful?
I'm sorry, Niall, we're going to be here for another hour breaking this down.
Listen, we have to remember that Vegeta does not like spicy foods. You have to remember that he uses his scraping knife to scrape the spice off of the food because he doesn't want it to be too spicy.
He picks up the curry and is like, all right, I've seen other people. I've seen what happens. And he's got to just take his spicing knife and he tries to get it down to just like the tiniest little bit.
Oh, you're saying he takes like one like molecule of the spicy curry the spicy curry.
He's got to take a little taste of it. He kind of dabs it.
Or I was picturing what I first thought you meant was that he goes in and like somehow expertly slices out the spicy particles, like the spicy molecules. He's like an expert. Like there's just like a blur, and then it's just like a gray color and all the reds on his special scraping knife.
God, yes.
Yeah, I feel like the scraping knife is able to extract molecular objects. that it is that powerful.
It's a normal knife. It's just Vegeta's very powerful, and he's very afraid of spicy foods.
but that's the thing though, is that the spice is what makes the super spicy curry so powerful. So I don't think Vegeta would he would not gain enough strength from the curry.
By the end of it, yeah, he would be like, I felt nothing. This spicy curry did nothing for me.
How am I supposed to get more powerful if I need to eat this disgusting spice? Like fucking Ness is just walking over there and eating it perfectly fine, and Vegeta's like, a child, a boy, eating the spicy curry. Extremely pissed off.
Game & Watch comes by and he's like, even the flat earther can take it. What is wrong with this place?
You're just a pink round thing, and you're eating it happily. Fuck this. He just
throws it on the ground.
He goes to Ruby Tuesdays.
Gets a tall glass of milk.
Yeah, they have those at Ruby Tuesdays, I guess.
Do you have any milk? Please.
Yeah, I need. I'm parched.
I was too close to some spicy curry. That was a very bad Vegeta voice. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was.
We're all doing really bad Vegeta voices. You're in good company. All right. Well, that should do it for this week's show. Thank you, Solon, and thank you, Janie.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Niall, for editing, of course. If you want to keep up with us, it is at VGCC, which is our Twitter. Tumblr is videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. And we have our Discord server. You go to your web browser and type in thegamezone.zone, and that'll bring you straight to our Discord server.
Good place.
You can join in, introduce yourself, and have a great time. Yeah, we have a great time there. I would like to thank Magic Circuit, the current musical project, I guess, from the X-Melt Channel folks. You can listen to the Magic Circuit album right now. It's on like Spotify and pretty much everywhere you can find streaming music. It's Magic Circuit. It is what it is called. Magic Circuit is the album. And just if you want to listen to that, there you go. But if you also want to listen to Melt Channel, which is the band that made our theme song Crush off the album Magic is Real, you can go to meltchannel.bandcamp.com and that'll be there. And that'll do it.
I don't think that'll do it.
Actually,
we need to go back to this Vegeta question.
Oh my god.
What things can Vegeta eat in Smash Bros? Like, can he eat the maximum tomato? It's a whole tomato. It's like the size of his entire body.
He slices off just like a little slice of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be okay.
I've got so many questions.
He can... I think he would enjoy how mealy the tomato is. That seems like something that he would really enjoy.
How mealy it is.
Yeah, he's just like... He just crushes it in his hands and just like slowly slides it into his mouth.
Sustenance.
Like, delicious.
I need to blog about this one. This is going straight to Vegeta's Vittles.
Jesus.
Alright, we're done. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and I understand if you don't come back next week. So long.
I love you, goodbye!